Hoje estamos fazendo Brigadeiros e Beijinhos do Brasil. For Brigadeiros, you're going to need 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 cups of chocolate sprinkles for rolling. Add all the ingredients into a wide pan and cook on medium-low heat, stirring constantly with a spatula. The cocoa powder may not fully mix in. Don't worry about it. When you make a streak in the pan and it takes 2 to 3 seconds for the gap to close, you're done. Even if you reduce it too much and it begins to clump, you can always add a little bit of water, then reduce it back down to where it needs to be. This will give it a slightly caramelized milk flavor. As long as you don't leave it unattended, you can't mess it up. Let the mixture cool, then roll it into balls and roll them in sprinkles. Now we're on to Beijinhos. Repeat the same process, but instead of a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, use a 1/4 cup of dried coconut flakes. And instead of rolling them in sprinkles, roll them in dried coconut flakes. I like coconut. Add all the ingredients into a wide pan and cook on medium-low heat, stirring constantly with a spatula. Once it's cooked down to the same point as Brigadeiros, put it in a container and let it cool. Roll it into balls and roll them in dried coconut. And finally, enjoy. I've made Brigadeiros many times before, but this is my first time making Beijinhos. They were super silky smooth, and the Brigadeiros seem slightly gritty compared to them. I made a second batch without overheating and sifted the cocoa powder, and there wasn't any difference in texture. If you have any ideas on how to avoid this, please let me know. The only Brigadeiros and Beijinhos I've ever had were from De La Casa in Santo Domingo. Now those were next level, make you weep kind of quality. But you can make them at home and enjoy them just as much. If you want a sweet bite and not a full-on dessert, these little beauties will be perfect. As long as you don't neglect them when they're on the heat, you'll be okay. You'll be okay.